In this video, I want to help you understand what's actually going on in your body and in mind after a breakup, why it feels so unbearable, and most importantly, what to do to start healing and regaining your strength. My name is Matusz. I'm a hypnotherapist and a coach, and for the last 8 years, I have helped dozens rebuild confidence and peace after losing the one. Here are 3 important things I have learned and want to share with you in this video. Number 1, why your breakup feels like a full body collapse, not just a heartbreak. Number 2, the 2 stages that actually move you forward: grief and reset. And number 3, how to lead yourself through both with clarity instead of chaos. And at the end, I'll show you the one shift that stops you from obsessing over her and gets you leading yourself again. Let's start with this question. Why is a breakup so painful? Because it is not just about losing a person, it's about losing safety on every level. When your partner leaves or betrays you, your nervous system takes the hit. All of your core needs get shaken. Your need for connection is hurt. The person who was your closest bond is suddenly gone. Your need for autonomy is hurt. You didn't choose this. It was forced on you. Your need for pleasure is hurt because loss is pure pain. And your need for self-esteem is hit hardest because you start asking those brutal questions. What's wrong with me? Why wasn't I good enough? That's why it feels like your world is collapsing, because on some level, it is. And yet, here is what most men do. They try to power through. They analyze every text. They replay every fight. They beat themselves up, hoping if they just find the right answer, they'll feel in control again. But that only makes it worse. So what do you do instead? You lead yourself. Healing after a breakup has a lot to do with finding ground again, restoring order in your world, regaining calm in your body, and building a vision for the future that actually excites you instead of terrifies you. And here is where I want you to listen carefully, because there are 2 truths you must accept if you want to heal. First, you need to grieve. Second, you need to reset. Let's start with the grief. The first thing every man asks after being left is why. Sometimes your ex will give you a reason, sometimes she won't. Sometimes the reason makes sense and sometimes it doesn't. But either way, the question that keeps you stuck isn't why did she, it's what's wrong with me. And if you let your mind live there, you'll drown. You'll keep picking yourself apart. You'll keep making it all your fault because secretly you think if it's all on you, then maybe you can fix it and win her back. But that's not healing. That's self-torture. Yes, you need to be honest about your part. Every relationship is a dynamic. She had her side and you had yours. Take ownership of your contribution, but also accept that there are things that were never in your control. One of the ways I help men see this clearly is through a process called perceptual positions. I have you set up 2 chairs facing each other. In one chair, you sit as yourself. In the other, you sit as your ex. And you literally rotate between them. When you sit in your ex's chair, at first there is often heaviness. You feel her resentment, her disappointments, her perspective. But as you keep switching, something shifts. You start to see more clearly what was hers to carry all along. Her wounds, her unhealed trauma, her attachment issues, her choices. When this sinks in, you stop blaming yourself for something that was never yours to control from the beginning of the relationship. Grieving means letting that sink in. It means facing the reality that even if you were perfect, it might still have ended. And when you let that truth land, a part of you will die. The part that still secretly hopes she'll come back. And let me be clear here. Everyone who knows me knows that I'm all about hope. I believe in hope, in faith, in the vision of a better life and a better version of yourself. But in this one specific case, hope must die. It's not just important, it's vital. Because holding on to hope for your ex is like chaining yourself to the past. Letting it go is the only way you can truly move forward. Now comes the reset, and this is where most men miss the mark. They think time alone will do it, that if they just wait long enough, they'll get over it. But time doesn't heal what your nervous system keeps replaying. This is where I bring in my methods, the Panic to Peace protocol and the Fresh Start protocol inside Love Leaders. These are not just ideas, they are structured steps to calm your body, reset your mind, and rewire the attachment reflex that keeps you chasing what hurts you. The reset is about learning how to stop the panic loop, how to detach from the constant checking, the overthinking, the shame spirals. It's about taking back control of your mornings, your routines, your focus. Because if you don't lead your nervous system, it will keep leading you into the same collapse. And here is the hard part. Real love, when it finally comes again, won't feel like the chaos you're used to. It won't feel like the high of being chosen or the anxiety of waiting for a reply. It will feel steady. And if you don't reset your nervous system now, that steadiness will feel boring and suspicious, and you might sabotage it. So man, you are not just healing from her, you are retraining yourself for the love you actually want in your future. Here is what that healing looks like in practice. It looks like being okay when no one texts you back. It looks like not attaching your worth to whether she wants you. It looks like letting yourself be human even on your worst days. It looks like not apologizing for the cracks and mess. It looks like drawing hard boundaries. No more late night texts, no more internet stalking, and no more false hope. It looks like rebuilding your mornings. Moving your body before you check your phone. Breathing before you reach for distraction. Writing down your own mission before the world tries to give you one. It looks like doing the things that reconnect you to life again. And when I work with men, I have them actually generate a list. As many things as they can think of that bring them joy. It doesn't have to be big. It could be a hot shower, eating a good meal, going for a walk, hitting the gym, calling that friend you haven't spoken to in years who's always had your back. Anything that reminds you that life still has sweetness, even in small moments. These aren't distractions, they are fuel for your healing. And most of all, it looks like finally choosing yourself. Not because someone else said you're worthy, but because you have decided to stop living like you are not. That's the shift. From waiting to be chosen to choosing yourself. From performing to leading. From collapse to clarity. And man, when you make that shift, everything changes. You stop chasing women who don't want you. You stop obsessing over texts. You stop negotiating your worth and you start moving again with presence, with direction, and with power. And when it comes to your future, this is where I start with every man I work with. I ask you just for a moment to put the breakup, the pain, the trauma to the side. And everyone can do it, even if only for a moment. And in that moment, I ask you to visualize the man you are 6 months from now. The version of you who is healed, grounded, and strong. What does he look like? How does he move? Who is around him? What kind of purpose drives him? How does he lead himself and others? When you can see that man, feel his presence, and step into him, something powerful happens. You start being pulled forward by that vision instead of dragged backward by the past. That is when the real acceleration begins. Now, if you want to go deeper with this, there are 2 ways I can help you. First, subscribe to this channel. Every week I share tools that will help you calm your nervous system, rebuild your confidence, and lead yourself again, especially after heartbreak. Second, if you are ready to do the work at a deeper level, check the links in the description of this video. Inside Love Leaders, I work directly with men like you, guiding them through my Panic to Peace and Fresh Start protocols so they don't just survive a breakup, they rise from it. You don't have to stay stuck in this collapse. You can reset, rebuild, and reclaim the man you were always meant to be. Thank you for giving me your attention today. My name is Matusz, and it's been a privilege to speak to you. Stay strong.